Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that actually. I know that you kind of pulled together a lot of artists during that time right before finals night for Iam, or right before he was about to come home.
Yeah, the top 3.
What was that like?
Yeah.
Like kind of hooing everyone up together. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was just super cool. It started with this idea I had because you know that video during the pandemic that came out with all the celebrities, Imagine all the people.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, it would be really cool if we did that. Because I was talking with how's this guy Xavier. He was saying that Brenton contacted him about this or the event, and he was just asking. We were just talking stories, thinking of ideas how we can help out, and I brought up that idea, and I was originally going to try to do it with him, but he got busy. And then I was reaching out basically to all my podcast guests, right?
Oh, there we go.
So Kimie, Paula, Anuhea, Kalani Pea, all of them. Kalani couldn't do one, but he's still awesome. And then I didn't realize how big the project was, because I was thinking like everybody just take a video of you singing one line, right? I thought that's how easy it was going to be, but apparently it's a lot more difficult than that. And so I changed the words, to make it about Iam and take them back to Kahuku and stuff. And then I was contacting artists, like sending so many messages out. This was also last minute,
right?
As well. So I didn't know,
like on a huge time crunch.
I didn't know if we'd be able to pull it off. And then Kimie was at Imo Garza. Everybody knows Imo, is the legend. And I was talking stories with them, and he told me that they've done this before for churches. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Mana Maoli videos where everybody's singing like the different songs, Hawaii 78, whatever
I
it was.
think like Kamehameha graduation too, when it was like on Zoom, I saw like them all do a huge performance, but it was virtual. It was amazing. Yeah, so the coordination of that, like unreal.
Yeah, people don't realize how hard it is.
Right?
I mean, like within 72 hours, luckily Kimmy and Imua, they put things on the side and they decided to help me out. We had to get funding for this because it wasn't free, just because it was such a time crunch, so we had to pay people to do it. Not the artists, everything they did it all for free, but like production, and then contacting people till 3 a.m, setting things up, and then Imua Garza finishing work or family stuff at 10 p.m, then getting into the studio and working on a reference track for other artists. And then sending that out. I sent my last email like 3 a.m, waited to collect everything the next day. And then our editor stayed up to like 4 a.m. the last day trying to get it all together. And it was amazing. Just like Jasmine Trias had a concert in Vegas. She finished at 12 and she just found out about that. She went right to her studio at midnight, recorded it. Jake Shimabukuro, he saw the text about this thing. He came over to Imua Garza's studio at like midnight and recorded it. Just everybody dropped everything to go support Iam, and it was just the coolest thing ever. And I didn't even realize until listening back to the Kelly Boy de Lima episode, the guy from Kopena.
I love Kelly Boy.
Yeah, and how he was saying that like Paula contacted him, Jasmine Trias contacted him, and I didn't even realize. In my head, I was like, this is a cool way to bring everybody together, spread the word about Iam, and just do something really fun. But I didn't realize that it was also connecting these musicians with each other. I'm sure they knew of each other, but they never really talked. So Kelly Boy was talking to Jasmine now, we're talking with Paula, and it was so cool. And I was just blessed to be a part of that. And huge shout out to Kimi and Imua for spearheading that with me.
Yeah, but also just the idea and pulling it together.
I'm the idea guy.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, wow, I can't even imagine the type of work behind that, but it's a superpower of yours.
See, I was thinking about the idea of hardworking. You know how some people are like, oh, you're always working hard, or such a hard worker. I don't know if I'm necessarily a hard worker. I think I just work a lot. I think it's really, because when I think of hardworking, I'm thinking of like construction people and like sweating and doing
that's hard
physical
work.
labor. That to me that's hard work. I just feel like for the creative side, and maybe you can relate to this too, it's just I'm just thinking a lot. I'm just always constantly
the wheels are turning.
Like, there's just always stuff going on in my head, and I'm always writing things down, contacting people, talking with people, just working. And it's kind of like light work in a sense. So I just feel like that like the 10,000 hour stuff, right? You put in 10,000 hours, you become an expert. So I think just like consistency and working a lot equates to hard work.